coming from Zimbabwe, and the writer is Sue Nyathi from Zimbabwe as well. Maybe just how has that been like in Zimbabwe? Because it's popular all over the world now, yeah. The Polygamist, from the series. Yes. So I would like to understand how, you know, it is in Zimbabwe in regards to the film The Polygamist.
Sorry, I just want to correct. It's 14 years ago. I may have gotten the dates wrong of when it was done, but 14 years ago. So yes, as a Zimbabwean, I'm very proud. Very proud that a fellow Zimbabwean has become #1, you know, global, that her book has become #1 in over, I think it was 16 countries. It's really an incredible achievement. But I think it also shows that, you know, for those 14 years, the story was hidden somewhere. How many African stories are there? How much talent is there that we are hiding? I think it's really incredible to show that Africa is definitely a rising continent, and it would be important for some of these stories to just, you know, to shine. I'm sure there are some other #1 Netflix stories out there that are still to be discovered.
Yeah. How do we get to ensure that some of these stories are being discovered? As you mentioned, that, you know, this is just one of many that are already there, but they haven't maybe gotten to see the day of light, you know, the light of day rather. So maybe what do you feel should be done in order for us to ensure that we are giving everyone else, you know, that spotlight?
I think a lot is being done actually. And there's 2 organizations that we are collaborating with with this event tomorrow. And one is Brian Mokua's Kabanga Books, and the other is Namasama, who are actually having an African book fair. And those 2 organizations, they also have book clubs, and they are really driving African stories, local stories. And I know Brian was saying that every day he gets like a Kenyan author who says, can you sell my book? So I think there's already a lot of work being done, and if that can be amplified, if people can actually go to those bookstores that already carry the African stories, I think that would go a long way. I have a lot of friends. I can name one, Hannah Karanja. She's a local author. She's a Kenyan author, and she wrote the book Dear Customer, We've Got This. And I read this book, and it's incredible. Another friend, Hannah Tarindwa, she's also got another book, you know, and those are books. It's called 52 Letters to My Sweetheart. There's a lot of other books that could be #1 Netflix series like The Polygamist.
I love that. We have to finalize because of time, and as we do that, I would like for you to talk about tomorrow's event. What will be happening at the event, where is it happening, and if there are tickets, how to go about that.
Okay, so the event is going to be a fireside chat, fireside conversation. I mentioned Brian Mokua, and I'm going to have a conversation with him about the availability of African books in the streets, because you know The Polygamist was actually not available, it was being pirated. Yeah, and that's how Brian started his books, because he couldn't get here in Kenya Born a Crime by Trevor Noah, and he really wanted to read it. So he started hustling in his little bedsitter and to get these books to people. So the event tomorrow is going to start with a conversation with him about getting these books across. And then we're going to have a fireside chat with Sue Nyathi, who is the author of The Polygamist, and she's going to give signed books. It's ticketed. Tickets are available at leviet.co or anywhere on social media right now. Everyone's talking about it. Our social media handle is at BATJEHUMHR. So you can get to find out more about where you can get tickets and also what the event is all about. Yeah.
Amazing. So for all the book lovers, you already know what to do tomorrow or where you should be tomorrow. As she's mentioned, just ensure that you create some time and go attend that. I'm sure it should be a powerful one and a good one, especially for people who love books and who love to read. So this is where we'll end this conversation. It was a pleasure having you on the show, and hopefully I'll get to see you tomorrow at the event. For those who would love maybe to get to follow you, what's your social media handle?
So on Instagram, it's at BATJEHUMHR. YouTube, the Humor Career Insights podcast is at HUMHR3715. But if you just Google Humor Career Insights, it will come up. TikTok, same handle at BATJEHUMHR.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for
right
having
now,
me.
You're welcome. Right now we get into music time, and I want to get to read some of the requests that have already come in so that the DJ will get ready with those songs. Someone has said, please play for me Kanyaga by Diamond, and then play Bad by Michael Jackson. This other one says, hello, listening from Kibwezi, so much love. Play for me Kimena by Razi King. Keep those messages coming. We now get officially into our dancing shoes and get to dance.